Welcome to our new YouTube channel Easy Techie, free online tutorial for our engineering friends. Our topic of discussion today is on strength of material. What is mechanics? Mechanics is divided into three parts: mechanics of rigid body, mechanics of deformable bodies, mechanics of fluids. Strength of material is nothing but study of deformable bodies. These bodies undergoes appreciable amount of deformation under loading. Also they absorb lot amount of energy. Stress. Force of resistance per unit area offered by a body against deformation is known as stress. When the body is subjected to external loading, body undergoes some deformation. Same time internal force is developed. This is due to cohesion of molecules. So formula for stress: force of resistance upon cross sectional area. Units of stress: in MKS system, unit of stress kg force per meter square. In SI units, it's Newton per meter square. 1 Pascal is equal to 1 Newton per meter square. Strain. As the body produces force of resistance to counter the external loading, it undergoes some deformation. The extent of deformation depends on the material property like molecular cohesion. Formula of strain. Strain is nothing but change in dimension to original dimension. Direct stress and strain. When the force of resistance is at normal or perpendicular to the area on which it acts, the stress produced is called as a direct stress, and the corresponding strain is known as direct strain. Direct stress. Direct stress is divided in two parts: tensile stresses and compressive stresses. Tensile stresses. When the force of resistance is acted away from the body is called as a tensile stresses. Tensile stresses causes increase in original dimension. Compressive stresses. When the force of resistance is acted towards the body is called as a compressive stresses. Compressive stresses causes decrease in original dimension. Materials. Material used in the study of deformable bodies are ductile and brittle. Ductile materials. These materials undergoes appreciable deformation on tensile loading. They fail at high tensile load. Mild steel, copper, aluminum are examples of ductile materials. Brittle materials. These material undergoes little deformation at tensile loading. They fail at low tensile load. Glass, cast iron and concrete are example of it. Stress strain curve for ductile material. In order to plot stress strain curve for ductile material, we have to undergo an experiment on UTM machine. We have to clamp a specimen on its two end points. By hydraulic means, a pull force is applied on the material and the stress strain graph is noted down. What are the points on the curve? First point is proportional limit. It is a point up to which stress is proportional to strain and obeys Hooke's law. Elastic limit. It is a point up to which the material is said to be elastic. It can regain original shape after removing external loads. Beyond this point, material is plastic in nature. Yield point. It is the region where the curve is nearly flat or horizontal, indicating no increase in stress but appreciable increase in strain. Ultimate stress. It is the maximum stress point which the material can withstand before it finally fails. Breaking point. Any ductile material does not fail at ultimate stress point, but before failure, necking of specimen takes place and it fails. It gives cup and cone type of shape. Stress strain curve for brittle material. Brittle material undergoes less deformation on tensile loading and fail at less tensile load. The yield point in this curve is not properly defined. Ultimate stress and breaking points are same. Curve for brittle material. In order to locate yield point, first draw tangent on curve. Then draw a dotted line parallel to the tangent line at x% of strain. Where the dotted line is cut, the graph is our yield point. This point is also known as proof stress. Hooke's law in the initial region of stress strain curve indicates linear variation. Linear variation implies stress is proportional to strain and material is inelastic in nature, and it is known as Hooke's law. Factor of safety. As of now, we came to know ultimate stress is maximum value of stress material withstand before failure. Should we allow material to reach maximum value? Answer is no. Thus we keep some sort of safety. Actual stress kept below ultimate stress points. Upper limit up to which stresses are proportional known as allowable stress. The ratio of ultimate stress to the safe stress is a factor of safety. Hope you will understand the basic concept of strength of materials. If you have any query, comment below. Subscribe and stay tuned for our next video. Thank you.